Hi, this is Sandy Jo from rhinestonetemplates.com, and I'm going to show you how to take a font from font.com or some of the other places where you can download free fonts from. There are also places that you can go in and purchase special fonts too. But a lot of the fonts that are free, we can go ahead and go into font.com or some of the other areas and get some of these fonts that we like to use. Make sure and read the licensure on it to make sure that it can be used commercially. So that you can go ahead and rhinestone it and work with it. And some of them say for personal use, but not for commercial use. So make sure and check that when you're doing the download on some of the fonts. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it. And I've picked the Riesling font here, and I'm going to go ahead and download that. I clicked on it, and it brought up my this box right here, and I click on save right there, and I click OK. And what it does is it comes in and it's actually downloading the zip file onto my screen at this point. I'm working in Windows 7, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, I'm going to left double click on it, and it brings it into where it downloaded. It was Sandy Jo in the download files, and there is the file right there. When it comes in here, it's still zipped, so we have to unzip it or extract it. So go ahead and click on it so it's highlighted in the color that your computer shows you. Extract all files. And then it will show you where it's going to extract to. It's going to extract it to my download area, and I go ahead and I'm going to accept that. Yours might say documents, it might say a different file, but it's your choice what file it downloads to. I let it do what the machine wants it to do or the computer wants it to do, so I know they're always in the same place. Now I have my file is extracted, and I have my Riesling file here. And now what you need to do is just come over to and right click on it, and when you right click on it, it highlighted, and right click, it came up with this box of preview, print, install. And what we're doing is we're installing these TrueType fonts into our Windows font folder. And so now I'm going to go ahead, and by hitting the install, I'm installing it into my Windows font folder, and you see the screen that came up said installing font. At this point it is installed, so I can go ahead and back out of all of this and get out of there, and I'm going to bring up a fresh WinPC, because every time you install a font you have to close your WinPC program down and boot it back up again for it to install the Windows font that you installed into your Windows font folder. So I do have a Windows font or a WinPcsign 2012 program open, but I'm going to go ahead and open up another one because my one that I have open has some work on it, and we can have many of these windows open at one time as long as they're on the same computer. So you can work on different things at one time for different clients if you want. But so I'm going to go ahead and create my file, and so a new thing opens up here. I go to my text tool, which is the third one down, the T on the left hand side of my toolbar. I go up to the first F in the upper toolbar. It brings up my fonts here, and in my fonts you have your TrueType, which is like the Riesling that I just downloaded, or you have your cutting ones, which are your engraver ones, and some of your other ones that are in there, and there's many of those in there too. So I'm going to my TrueType, and I'm going to go ahead and type in an R for Riesling, and there it shows up right here, and it shows up on my computer. So I will just go ahead and type out my name here. And so this font is all installed for this. I work with Vista too on some of my computers, and it works the same way in Vista or the same way in actually in Windows 7, which I'm working on right here too. I'm going to go ahead and see how this actually stones out. I haven't done this, so I have no idea. I'm going to use a 14SS stone, which I cut for a 10SS. It lets me then use the Korean stones, Swarovski, and machine cut stones, and I like my spacing to be set at 0.06. So I have that set up. I'm just going to do an outline, and I'm going to go ahead and click it. And actually that turned out pretty darn good. So let me just take a peek here, and I've got good spacing for all my stuff here. I'll move this one little one, right here. I would just take my 4-way keypad and just move it in a little bit, and maybe space that out just a little bit more. But other than that, that looks pretty darn good. So that's how you install fonts into your TrueType fonts into your WinPC 2010 and 2012 programs. And whether you're getting them from DaFont or another place or Rhinestone fonts that are pre-made, those are TrueType fonts. That's how you install them as well. But make sure you close your program down, boot your program back up again, and then you'll be able to go ahead and install those. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Hi, this is Sandy Jo from rhinestonetemplates.com, and I'm going to show you how to work with WinPCsign 2012 and how to work with some of your texture tools in there, whether you're using it to make some signs or some heat press products to put on shirts or banners, or just for proofs or different things that you want to do for some of your graphic work with WinPCsign 2012. What you do first is you find some images, and I've got some images here. Find some images that have some great texture in it, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use the flames here. You can save, whatever system you're working with, save it as a JPEG. I use my snipping tool, and I come over and I just save it as such, and then I go ahead and name it so that I can find it, because you're going to need to find it in your library of documents here. So I'm just going to go texture, and I'm going to go flames. I've already done it once, so you'll see I have it up here, but we'll go the opposite. So texture and flames, and save it as a JPEG. And then after you've got it as a JPEG, then come over into your WinPCsign program. And what I want you to do, you can kind of see I was already playing here with some of these. And you're going to come up to File in the left-hand corner. You're going to come into Import. You're going to come into Image JPEG Bitmap. And we're going to be importing. And I put my things in my documents. So I've got my texture flames down here. Go ahead and click on that. It comes under the file name, and I'm opening it, and it opens up in my WinPCsign 2012 program. Now, to get this into our texture programs is really, really easy. And just open up your color palette, the third one from the bottom, lower left-hand corner, and it was already up over here. And then on the very bottom, on the second to the last upgrade, we got the texture button, and on the last upgrade on the WinPCsign 2012, we got the texture buttons. So grab your texture button by clicking it there, and go ahead, and you can see I already have some of these I've imported in, and they work great. But you have many different textures here that you can choose from in this little transformation texture area. These can be used, like I said, for many different ways of us that are using different products and different signage and proofs and different things. There's lots of different ways that you can use these backgrounds. So what I'm going to do is show you how to add more backgrounds to actually the backgrounds that were already given here in the program. And it's really simple. All you do is just select what you want to be as a background, hit Add Texture. You're going to name it. I'm going to name it as Flames. Hit OK, and then it's going to show up in the program, and here it is over here. And you can use this now however you want to, but that's how you actually add the different textures into your program. Now I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to bring this down here just a little bit, and I'm going to show you what you can actually do too with some of this, working with, and let's enlarge this, working with your program and all the different things that you can actually do. Now, when you have, say, a saying or a picture or something, and you want to make it, really awesome and more graphic, just come down in here, and you have I have Sandy Jo, my name, written here, and then just click on the texture that you have in the box, and it changes all this. Whatever you have on here, it changes it to the texture that you choose. If I go to the Forget-Me-Not blue, it changes it to that. Just whatever you have, wherever you have your different images. I'm going to go ahead and add this one into my texture box as well. And I'll put Bamboo on that one. And let's find out where that is, up here, because it's alphabetical. So I have this as blue right now. I'm going to go ahead and change it. And let's just duplicate, left click, and one click will duplicate it, drag it down, And you can see how easy this is and how nice it'll be to work with different things. At this point, this is a JPEG now, so you could take and you could go and you could outline it, you could layer, you could do all kinds of different things with this. But that's just, I wanted to show you how to use your texture tools in your WinPCsign 2012. That I think with my regular t-shirts, not the rhinestone import, but my regular ones and signs and different things, this is going to be a great tool for that. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to making a lot more for you. Thank you.